You are listening to News 18 Daily Digest.
Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, September 11th, and you're listening to the Daily Digest podcast brought to you by India's biggest news network. Here are the top stories we are following today. Nepal's political churn deepens as the army formally steps in to stabilize the situation after days of violent protests and the resignation of Prime Minister Oli. In a virtual meeting that lasted nearly 4 hours, the Gen Z movement has decided to accept former Chief Justice Sushila Karki as interim leader to represent them in upcoming discussions. But the decision has exposed rifts with some factions opposing her appointment, raising concerns about a fragile coalition. Speaking exclusively to CNN-News18, Justice Karki said the focus must remain on restoring the democratic process at the earliest. The vice presidential election has left the India BLOC in disarray. After NDA's comfortable win, a war of words erupted within the opposition alliance over cross-voting. Fingers are being pointed, but parties like the AAP Party and RJD have strongly denied the allegations. The Nationwide Social Impact Register, or SIR, may be closer than expected. All state chief electoral officers have been instructed to wrap up preparations by the 26th and in no case later than the 30th of September. Sources tell CNN-News18 the nationwide rollout could begin in October, signaling the Election Commission's push for a large-scale exercise. A fresh political storm in Karnataka after BJP MLC C.T. Ravi sparked outrage, saying Muslims who do not respect Hindus should be beheaded. The Congress has hit back sharply, slamming what it calls divisive and hateful rhetoric. The remark has further escalated tensions in the state's already charged political climate. Paris was on the edge as protesters blocked roads, lit blazes, and clashed with police on Wednesday. Tear gas filled the air as security forces tried to disperse demonstrators who are pressing to increase the heat on President Emmanuel Macron. The time is crucial, with Macron's newly appointed prime minister facing what is being called a baptism of fire. France's interior minister confirmed that nearly 200 arrests were made during the unrest. In Europe, tensions spiked after Poland triggered Article 4 of the NATO treaty, summoning allies to emergency consultations following a drone incident on its territory. The Kremlin has rejected the charge outright, calling the accusations useless. But NATO's move signals heightened anxiety across the alliance as the war in Ukraine continues to spill beyond borders. And finally, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Uttarakhand today to survey flood-hit areas. He will also meet the Prime Minister of Mauritius in Varanasi, underscoring India's continued outreach in the Indian Ocean region. That's all for today's edition of the Daily Digest podcast. We will be back tomorrow with more updates. Thanks for listening.
You are listening to News 18 Daily Digest.